The second verse is talking about some of the things that are going on inside the nucleus of a cell. Here are the first two lines of this verse. Now I gain control, grab the joystick, and manage the nucleus, deciding what comes in there and who should leave its exclusive access. So the first line talks about the nucleus being kind of the brain of the cell, the control center, so it directs all cell functioning, including deciding what comes in and what doesn't come into the nucleus part of the cell. This is important because what's inside the nucleus is extremely important, and what's outside doesn't necessarily need to be coming inside the nucleus. And how it does this, there's something called a nuclear membrane, which is very similar to either a cell wall or a cell membrane. A cell wall if you're a plant, cell membrane if you're an animal. And it's just a kind of a cellular wall around the nucleus that allows the nucleus to decide what can come in or what can leave. All right, so here's how we're going to demonstrate these two lines. All right, so now I gain control and grab the joystick and manage the nucleus. So now I gain control, so we have a nucleus right here. So we've got control of this nucleus. Now I gain control, grab the joystick, and we can transfer this into a joystick. And a joystick's like an old gamer thing. So they used to have these little things called joysticks, and they were little sticks that had a button on top, and that's what controlled the video game. So now I gain control, grab the joystick, and manage the nucleus. That's what we're doing right here. We're controlling the rest of the cell with our nucleus. And then deciding what comes in there and who should leave, it's exclusive access. So the nucleus just has the nuclear membrane. So we're going to pretend like we're going to spray the nuclear membrane on. All right, so that creates our little film, our little membrane. Deciding what comes in there and who should leave, it's exclusive access. So the nucleus is going to deny some things coming in, but it's also going to let some things coming in. Either way, it's very exclusive who gets to be in there. So it's exclusive access. We're only letting the important stuff inside the nucleus. All right. The next three lines. So inside the nucleus, you're going to find chromatin. So the lines are genetic glow sticks. Provided by the chromatin, the nucleolus brings the ribs. So these are some other key things that are inside the nucleus. So genetic glow sticks provided by the chromatin. Now chromatin is going to be the stuff that's floating around inside the nucleus. And it's just things floating around. And what it is it's DNA information. So chromatin is DNA information and protein that kind of floats around inside the nucleus. And those are our genetic glow sticks because genetics come from our DNA. And then another thing we're going to find is another section of the nucleus called the nucleolus, or nucleolus rather. I didn't pronounce that very well. So the nucleolus, what nucleolus does is it generates or it creates ribosomes which create proteins that can be distributed around the cell or even to other cells that support the cell. It creates the structure of the cell. So proteins are a lot of what's floating around in the cell. So here's how we're going to demonstrate this part of the song. So we just did exclusive access, genetic glow sticks. Okay, so we've got these little glow sticks, these genetic glow sticks floating around in the nucleus, provided by the chromatin. All right, and then the nucleolus brings the ribs. So we're just going to pretend we have a tray of ribs. And how this works, kind of logically, is the nucleolus creates ribosomes, which create proteins. And ribs is short for ribosomes, but it also can key into the idea that ribs have a lot of protein, and ribosomes create proteins. So that's a little trick there. All right, so let's go through the whole thing together slowly. All right, so now I gain control, grab the joystick, and manage the nucleus. Deciding what comes in there and who should leave, it's exclusive access. Genetic glow sticks, provided by the chromatin. The nucleolus brings the ribs. A little tray of ribs there. All right, good. Let's try it with the song. And strong, they pack their vacuoles in. With chloroplast they begin collecting sunlight, afraid of the dark again. Now I gain control, grab the joystick and manage the nucleus.
nucleus, deciding what comes in there and who should leave its exclusive access. Genetic glow sticks provided by the chromatin. The nucleolus brings the ribs. Plants have cellular walls.
Great, let's try it again.
Again, now
Back it up a little bit farther.
afraid of the dark. Again, now I gain control. Grab the joystick and manage the nucleus, deciding what comes in there and who should leave its exclusive access. Genetic glow sticks provided by the chromatin. The nucleolus brings the ribs. Plants have cellular walls.
Great, so that is the second verse.